Okay, y'all. Happy full moon. We have a full moon today in Capricorn. Today is the 4th of July. It is Tuesday. Of course, the energies will remain for a couple of days after, and it's always there a couple of days before as well, okay? So keep in mind that the full moon is all about releasing emotional baggage and things that does not serve you, okay? It's also a time where things may transform in your physical life, okay? Especially with this Capricorn moon. When you think about it, the new moon is about setting your intention. It's a clean slate, right? So as the moon progresses and it becomes full, your emotions might actually be on the rise. You might feel more frustrated or more rushed to get something done because you can't take something anymore. That's the energy of full moons, okay? It can have people in an aggressive ass energy, or it could have you in a loving state because you already released everything, right? Because you already work on yourself every day. So it's not about waiting on the full moon to release. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they still have shit to release without knowing. So it's not necessarily about controlling whether you're releasing on the full moon or not. Everybody has different spiritual practices, okay? And that's just something to kind of look out for. Sometimes you can observe that most people around the full moon, they have a more intense energy, okay? Whether this energy is good or bad, negative or positive, it's still an intense energy because people, like, think about it, y'all. The moon actually has a magnetic pull on all the waters on the earth, okay? When there's a full moon, there is waves crashing like crazy. And think about it, humans are made up of mostly water. This is just a scientific fact that the moon is going to control how we feel because water represents your emotions, water represents your intuition, and it could also represent your clarity at the time. You might have a foggy vision right now because you don't know what's next. You might feel confused on what to do because there's a lot of different things pulling you in different directions. You feel pulled in many directions because your emotions are very heavy, and that's what the full moon does. It can make you feel heavy in your emotions. Like I said, whether that's positive or negative, you can feel overwhelmed in a positive way as well, okay? So the universe wants you to know that regardless of what you're going through right now, there's always something that you could do to get yourself out. It's just about being patient and being content in the moment so that you can get yourself together, okay? Because when you're always looking out for the worst to come, it's impossible to make a real conscious decision at the time. You're acting from a place of fear. So, once you just find a way to be content in your situation, learn how to deal with it for now so that you can have enough space in your mind to actually think your way through it. You know what I mean? It's almost that energy I'm getting of remaining calm under pressure, okay? You might have a lot of pressure coming from different areas of your life, your love life, your work, your home. It could be anything, y'all, anything. And you're being guided to just take some deep breaths. Regardless of what's going on, you can still make time for yourself. Okay, it's your life. You can make your own decisions. If you feel like that's going to be worth it right now, there should be no problem with you saying, okay, I'm going to take a few days off to take care of me so that I can actually come back and show up better. You know what I mean? Because when you choose to not take care of yourself, you can get burnt out quickly when you're doing things for other people. And on top of that, you might still not even be doing it right. You might think that you're putting your all into it, but you're not doing nothing that's actually helping because you're not even using your brain anymore. You're just acting out of fear. You're just doing what you think people want you to do or what society might expect you to do. You know what I mean? And so with you being overwhelmed right now, for some of you, you're overwhelmed, like I said. For others of you, I'm actually going to pull some cards, so just give me a moment. These are just downloads I'm getting. But if you're feeling overwhelmed right now, you're being guided to really take some time for yourself, to actually have a talk, like, what's wrong with me? What am I going through? How am I really feeling? What have I been thinking about lately that has been having me so down and stressed lately? You might need to journal so that you can keep up with this shit. It might be so much that you can't even keep up with it. So You know, you might not like writing. You might want to type on a computer or on your phone in your notes. You might want to record a video of you talking or even a voice recording, okay? There's different ways that you can express yourself. You might even express it through art or music or something, you know? But it's still taking that time for yourself so that you can clear that energy out. It's all about releasing it. It's not more so about how you do it. It's about what you do. And the most important thing right now is just getting this energy out, releasing what does not serve you. When you do that, this energy is being released into the universe, and somebody else might need it right now, you know? At one point in time, you needed it. You grew from it. You found a way to deal with it, and now you have no reason to fear it anymore in the future, you know? So now somebody else might need that energy. And of course, they might not use it the same way, but it's still useful to them. Okay, it's gonna help them grow as well. Don't worry, keep your prayers up, y'all. Stay clear-minded. Like, you know, make sure you're meditating. Make sure you're saying your affirmations when you're feeling like you don't know where to go. Just like kind of direct yourself. If you know where you want to go, start choosing, you know, what you are paying attention to and what you're choosing to put your energy into, because that's what's going to give back to you. You know, if you're putting your energy into negative things and things that don't work out for you, if you feel like you're holding on to something, constantly trying to improve and it's not working, it's time for you to focus on something else right now. That's for somebody. So hold on, give me a moment. Let me okay, I'm gonna pull some cards. Thank you, Source Energy. Please help me to guide the viewers. Please clear my energy. Help me to express it. Okay, y'all, so give me a moment. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle all the cards, you know, the clarifiers and everything, so I won't have to stop anymore, hopefully. So the Devil card came out. For some reason, okay, I don't know, I can't really explain it, but one of these cards were like separated from its original deck, but it's still right here to where I can grab it. So I count that as like a sign that I need to pay attention to it. You know, it's moved from its original place, and it's the Devil right here. And the overall energy of this same deck is the Ace of Cups. So I am getting an energy of you feeling guilty about something that you feel, okay? Or it's something that you're realizing. It's something that, you know, it's like a purpose or something, and you're realizing that, you know, you're realizing that you have to release certain attachments and things that don't serve you because it's holding you back from expressing what you feel or what you're seeing. It's your truth about, you know, your life right now, okay? So take it how it resonates. So we had a Knight of Wands right here. We have the Magician, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. Basically, the two major arcanas we have here is the Magician and the Devil card. And then we definitely have some great energies here with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, okay? So those are very important energies that came out. The other card that came out is the Knight of Wands. So getting into it, the Knight of Wands is somebody who is inspired, who feels naturally led to take a leap of faith and try something new in a situation, okay? It doesn't have to be something pre-planned or anything like that. It's just something that, you feel fired up to do in the moment. It's just something fun, and, it could be life-changing, but you're not really thinking much about that, okay? But of course, if it's this energy, like for some of you, if you have already been pre-calculating something, and then when that time comes, you actually don't feel that drive to do it, okay? You actually might feel angry or forced to do something. This is not for you, okay? So there's two different groups here. Some of you are, it's like you're taking the world in the palm of your hands and you're making shit work for you. And then there's the other half of you who is kind of having trouble with seeing things through on a spiritual level. Like things actually might seem impossible for you right now. You might feel like you don't have much room to move, and you might feel like you only have a certain amount of options to choose from in how you move forward, okay? So with the Magician being in the center of the reading, he is number one. This is the number one card. Like, this is the first card, right? Okay, before that, that's the Fool. It's crazy because zero is the Fool, right? The Fool is somebody who, on the card, is like he's about to jump off of a cliff, but he's holding a flower and he's like twirling it and looking all at the sky with his eyes closed, and he's just kind of skipping around and having fun. But there's a cliff right in front of him that he's unaware of, okay? And he might have fallen down that cliff, who fucking knows? But regardless, the Magician came from that situation, from you taking a leap of faith and you not really thinking, okay? But you didn't really realize something either. Like, you didn't see the cons in the situation, is what I'm getting. You saw all positives. You saw your way through. So, I'm just getting, for some of you, you're actually past that stage, like you already made this decision. And for others of you, you're right before the stage where you're afraid, and this opportunity is sitting right in front of you, but you don't know what to do. And it might not look like an opportunity. That's why. Like, it might feel like you don't have anything. You might not have enough money for food or, the rent, okay? You might not have enough money for certain things that you feel like you need right now. But God is trying to show you that this is the perfect time to connect with God. It's the perfect time to connect with your source energy, with your power, the power that lies within you, the power that, nobody can take from you. It's your heart space, okay? This is something that you can use to actually receive abundance from, because it's a value in that. You can actually help other people from this, so people are willing to give you money or whatever the fuck you need at the time, All you have to do is ask the universe. It's not necessarily about depending on people at all. It's not about that at all. Do not depend on nobody for shit. But you do depend on God. You do ask God for whatever you need, and God will use people. God will send people to you, and they don't even know why. They just feel a pull to actually help you to do something, or, it's just, I don't know, like, it's not, everything doesn't have to be explained. It's just about doing what you feel called to do, okay? And that's really, like, it's crazy. That's what I was getting the whole time. Like, with this Devil card, there might be people trying to tempt you and ask you, like, why are you doing this? Explain this, explain that. And it's like, why do I have to explain everything? It's like a materialistic type of energy where they want to be in control of everything. And it's really making you nervous. It's making you feel a little uneasy in your energy. Like, you can't think properly. You can't think straight because you feel like you have to do something a certain way because somebody else made you feel like you weren't on the right path. You're doing something wrong. So with the Ace of Pentacles coming out at the end of this reading, y'all, the Ace of Pentacles is a gift from God. I feel like what you're going through right now is a huge transformation. Okay, you are not average. You're not an average ass motherfucker. Like, I'm just being real. Can you be real with yourself for the one time? Like, can you, like, when are you gonna be real with yourself and say, I deserve more than this. I shouldn't have to put up with certain things. I come here for more, like, be real with yourself. Be real with the fact that you are allowing certain things to happen. You're allowing these people to interrogate you or make you feel like you don't belong, or make you feel like you're doing something wrong, or that you're not on your right path. You're allowing them to make you feel that way by entertaining it, by giving them the time of the day, and by allowing them to be in your sacred space, okay? You can be allowing them in your mind, your heart. You know, they could be too close in energy. Like, you might be spending too much time with them, okay? You might talk too much to them. Like, it's just too much of something, and it's interfering with your personal life, the things that you have to make decisions for yourself in, you know? These people have become parasites. These are decisions that you're supposed to make from your heart, but you're feeling forced to think really hard about it. Really, really, really hard. Like, it's the opposite. It's the fucking opposite. Like, you're forcing these thoughts when the feeling comes naturally. Like, pay attention to what the universe is telling you. You know what I mean? Don't get too caught up in the physical and what people are saying. Pay attention to how you operate and how God speaks to you. That's what really matters, okay? So with the Ace of Pentacles right here, you know, it's that energy of you're going to receive what is meant for you. No doubt about it. You're going to receive what is meant for you. The only thing that can stop you is you. And I know that fucking sounds corny and that can be frustrating to you at this point, but it's dead ass. Like, if you're paying attention, like, if you find yourself thinking negative, go to fucking sleep. Or go listen to a song that boosts you up, you know what I'm saying? Boost your confidence, make you feel good about life again. Start looking at movies that make you laugh, you know what I'm saying? Start, like, whenever you're feeling down and empty and lonely and shit, pleasure is the fucking key, you know? Start pleasuring yourself, whatever that means to you, okay? Have fun, be more alive, feel joyful. That gives your soul more power. It gives you more energy. It gives you a boost, you know? It makes you realize that there is more to life and that this is not the end. There is always more. There's always room to grow, and there's more things to experience, and there's more people to talk to, and there's more things to do, and there's more money to make. There's more foods to try. There's so much shit, bruh. There's so many lands that we have not explored yet, okay? Let's just be real. And it's for you to experience. These are your unique, this is your unique journey. You know, you're meant to meet certain people. Okay, a lot of you have a soulmate waiting on you on the other side of this transformation, okay? You definitely have everything that you need as far as, you know, stability goes, like money, a home, you know, support, okay? Just like a career and all that shit. Like, you're gonna be straight. You're gonna be straight. You ain't gotta worry about another bill in your fucking life. After you do this, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. Once you stop worrying about everything, you're going to attract a lifestyle where you don't have to worry. It is that simple. It is that simple, y'all. Stop worrying. The more that you worry, the more that you're attracting the worry, the more that you're gonna keep thinking about the shit. It's like, wow, like, have you ever, I don't know, like, have y'all ever been in a daze? I do this all the time, so it's really funny because I'm a little thrown off. But, you know, I be in, you know, a different dimension sometimes, and I be catching myself like, wow, like, I can't even move my fucking eyeballs right now. Like, I'm kind of stuck staring at something. And, you know, you might be having visions in your mind, thinking certain things or whatever. Even somebody might even be talking to you and you feel stuck, okay? Like, it's that type of energy, right? So, you know, when you're in this daze, right, and you're not really grounded, you know, the teacher might be teaching you something very important. Y'all have a test coming up, okay? But you're sitting there thinking about your future husband, okay? And you're literally there, like, you're in the fucking story. You're not even in this dimension anymore, right? But then it's like a part of you knows that you have to come back to reality so that you can get something done, okay? Because, you know, this fantasizing isn't really, it's not real, but it feels comfortable. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that you want to do in the moment to distract yourself. It's a distraction. So it's like almost this energy where you just have to just snap out of it. Like it's so easy to just stay in that shit all day. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But it's just like at some point you do snap out of it. Like it's just it's automatic. It's not something that you even think about. It's just your body just comes right back to normal, right? So I'm getting this energy where it's something where you need to just, as soon as you're thinking about something that you shouldn't be thinking about, snap back to something cool. Like it's almost a spiritual ass whooping, get yourself together. Okay, get yourself together. Hold on. So I'm missing a card. It's kind of weird. Well, so clarifying the Knight of Wands, we have bountiful nature. It says spending time in nature helps shift you to a higher vibration and reminds you of God's infinite abundance. Go outside and enjoy a walk or hike with your pet. Meditate beneath a tree, garden, sit under the stars, or do some other activity to connect with the limitless vastness. So you are being guided to surround yourself by things that actually help you feel more inspired, actually listen to certain things, like I was saying earlier, like boost yourself up, give yourself that energy. You know what makes you feel good. You know what gets yourself in that mindset. You know what gets you going, okay? So get yourself there. That's what I'm getting. For me to say to get yourself going, I am getting a download of somebody feeling a lack of sexual energy right now, or you might feel a little, I don't know, it's like you have no control over it or something here. But with bountiful nature here, I'm getting that there's different ways that you can express this energy. It doesn't have to be through sex. Okay, that's what I'm getting. That way, when you actually come back to this experience to where you're ready to express yourself, it won't be so much pressure. You know what I mean? It's just something that happened naturally, because if you feel that energy, you don't have to run to that. You can go and do something else. You can go have fun. Okay, that's the same energy. Sexual energy is also passion. And passion can easily turn into anger when you're not expressing that energy, you know what I mean? And when you're angry and frustrated, sometimes you feel like you have no choice but to be, sexual, because, that's just like the last thing to do. So that's for somebody. You need to hear that. Like, it's about you need to go have more fun, or you need to get yourself out of this mindset where you're viewing everything like it's not fun or it's negative. Because sometimes you might be doing something that's, it's the best thing in the world, but it's your mindset. It's how you're viewing things. It's how, your mind might be stuck in the past, or there might be certain things that you actually need to sort through so you can have fun in the moment, because you're in a different dimension. Remember when I said you might be zoning out? A lot of you might actually be doing that. Okay, you might actually be doing that, zoning out, because there's certain emotions that you can't let go of, that you might need to sort through, you might need to think about, you might need to write it down, you might need to pray about it, meditate, go exercise. There's different ways to release these emotions, like I said. Okay, but it's like it's like you're stuck in your head. It's making you more frustrated than optimistic, and making you feel powerless when you are the fucking magician. Okay, we have moonlighting right here. That's clarifying the magician. So I'm getting this energy because it says moonlighting, and it is a full moon. I forgot to mention the moon is also about the hidden, the things that most people don't see, or the things that you might not see about yourself or other people or about the world. It's also about your deeper emotions or your deeper thoughts, your subconscious, the things that control your life that you're not aware of. Okay, so you might be going through a dark night of the soul where you're sorting through your childhood traumas, you're sorting through everything that hurt you in your past, and you're making peace with that shit, right? It might take some time before you actually feel the peace, okay, but you're in the process of making peace with it. So you might be in an energy of frustration, or like you just need to get something out, but you're being guided to be aware of yourself and how you're expressing it, so that you can direct this energy more in a way that can benefit you, okay? Because I'm getting that, I don't know, it's just something here that's not working for you, and it damn sure ain't working for the people around you, because it's like for some of you, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing as far as working on yourself and making sure that you're healthy mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, physically, all that, and it's affecting people around you. And you know what that means? You're going to have to go through some other shit to realize, oh, I need to pay attention to what I'm doing so I'm not affecting the people around me. Because that does matter. You don't want to be selfish. You don't want to be so you don't want to be so wrapped up in your own life to where you're fucking up people. You're fucking up things around you. You know what I mean? That has no choice but to come back and bite you in the ass, because that's really nobody else's fault. Nobody else has to go through your problems with you. You know what I mean? It's like they're here because they want to support you. Or whatever this is, you don't have to have nothing that you have right now. At some point, it's an energy where you're just being ungrateful. You're not thinking about what you have and what these things actually mean to you. If anything, you've lost that feeling. You know what I mean? And because you lost the feeling, you're acting recklessly. And it's fucking shit up without you even knowing. Like, I don't even think you're realizing that you're doing this. For some of you, like, it's certain things that you're doing subconsciously because you have a certain type of mindset that's not really even serving you. And so you're self-sabotaging. You're fucking up relationships and opportunities because you have a mindset that you're not paying attention to. It says you can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other jobs to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. So this doesn't have to be about your career at all, but this is definitely about the matters of the heart. It's about you knowing, okay, I might be entertaining a situation that doesn't serve me, and you might feel stuck. You might feel like you have to work your way out of it, or you might have to make some adjustments before you can actually be free. But that doesn't mean that you have to keep yourself from experiencing things now. You know what I mean? There's a balance to everything. If you're unhappy, find something to get into that makes you happy, no matter what situation you're in, okay? It's really this energy where you really do have to learn how to cope right now so that you can get your mind clear enough to make a decision for yourself. You have to keep this version of yourself in mind, you have to remember that you are feeling this way. Even when you do get happy again, you have to remember, oh, I had those thoughts before and I'm not really happy. This is just right now in the moment. You have to be aware of yourself so that when you are happy and you do have the energy to change it, you can actually work on it instead of waiting until you actually feel drained and depleted and like you don't have any energy to do anything and you want to die or whatever the fuck this energy is, because I'm getting a lot of different energies for y'all, okay? But it's like y'all wait to the last minute to work on shit, and then it's like, what the fuck? Like, you can't even do, like, you can't work on anything at that point. Why would you wait so late? You know what I'm saying? Like, be aware of yourself. If you feel your intuition is telling you something ahead of time, keep that shit in mind. Be aware of that shit. Don't just throw it under the rug. Don't sweep it under the rug. Don't throw it in the closet. I feel like a lot of y'all got a lot of shit built up in the closet that y'all probably do need to clean y'all closets out, literally. Because as within, so without. If there's something cluttered all in your mind, you might actually have clutter in your house or clutter in your car, You might actually be making decisions that reflect a cluttered mindset. Okay? Think about this, y'all. So, last but not least, we have the abundance mindset, clarifying the Ace of Pentacles. So, this is a great way to wrap up the reading. I'm getting, obviously, the card is self-explanatory. It says, if you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment. And that is what you will experience. Okay, so that goes back to what I was saying. No matter what you're going through right now, there's always something to be grateful for. And there's always a way, there's always something that you could do. Like, you don't have to suffer. You don't have to feel trapped in nothing. You can make a way out of no way. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Like I said, this, the energy before the Magician is the Fool card. It's a 0. And 0 means it's nothing. It's really nothing is real. Nothing matters. Nothing exists. It's just you. All that matters is you right now. There's come a time and a place where it's time to focus on you and nothing else, so that you can actually make a practical decision for you on your journey. You cannot base your decisions off of how other people feel about you or what you think the consequences might be, especially if you know that these so-called consequences aren't realistic. Your friends, they might not want you to fall in love, or they might not want you to take a certain trip or go to school or something, right? These are things that are valuable to you, but they scare another person. And so because you are emotionally involved with these people, or, you have a certain attachment with the situation, you can base your decisions off of them and how you think they're going to react. When in reality, they need to work on themselves. That has nothing to do with you. It's really your responsibility to know what is your responsibility and what isn't. You cannot take responsibility for how other people feel or how they choose to handle certain things. They have to take responsibility for their own actions, and so do you. Dynamics like that is really toxic, to where, you can't move, or you put yourself in a box because of what another person might do or what they might say or what they might feel. Okay, you have to learn to surround yourself with people who are on the same path as you, so you won't have to deal with that type of shit anyway. If you're dealing with somebody who is the complete opposite of you, what do you think you're going to be able to do anyway in a comfortable way? At some point, you're going to either have to get used to doing things regardless of what people think, or you're going to have to surround yourself with people who actually agree with you, okay? Because, I'm just getting man, either way is hard, because of course you want certain people around. Of course you want, that one person to do right, or these certain, you might want to be around your family. They might not even understand you. You know what I mean? But, once you get around once you get around this new soul group, this new soul family, they're going to make you feel more at home than your family could ever make you feel, or this person could ever make you feel. It's just about you being open to that. So with you being attached to them, it's I'm getting this energy of if you're attached to somebody or attached to something, you're giving that your power. You're letting that control how you move, think, and act. Okay, so once you release your attachment, then you won't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm getting. If you want to be free, and it doesn't have to mean that it doesn't mean that you can't love nobody or you can't have stability, okay? It's just about detaching enough to make your own decisions. You don't have to be wrapped up in somebody else's mind and their emotions and, getting it all messy. You know what I'm saying? You can have a perfectly healthy relationship and it still can be fun by having your own opinions and your own beliefs and your own way of doing things. It's all about communication. You know what I mean? If you don't know yourself and you choose to involve yourself with people like this, then of course you're going to suffer. Of course you're going to go through dark nights of the fucking souls, back to back, because you're not connected to yourself and you're doing shit without thinking. So you're going to be like, oh my God, why did I do that? Why did I do that? And you're going to have to continue to keep having to heal yourself from things that you're choosing to do without thinking. Okay. So, the longer you do that, you're fucking yourself up. So make sure that you're in a good enough mindset, to communicate what needs to be communicated. Okay, if you're in a romantic relationship, obviously, that person would want to know more about you. And if you feel the need to hide certain things about yourself because you feel guilty or you feel ashamed or certain things like that, especially if this shit is piled up, like I said, y'all have a lot of shit in the closet, okay? Y'all have a lot of y'all actually might be, homosexual, okay? I don't even know if that's offensive anymore. I don't even know what the fuck to say about. I'm not going to stress about it because I didn't mean to offend anybody. So, please don't be offended. If you do feel offended, that's kind of, something that you need to do, because that was just my way of expressing, okay? A lot of you actually could have secrets, you could have things that you don't want to share with the world or share with this person, but it's something here that you feel is important to express, right? But you feel held back because you're afraid of what will happen after you do it. Like, that's really, I'm not gonna lie, y'all gonna have to grow up a little bit with that. I'm also not gonna lie that I do the same shit. Okay, everybody does it. We're human. But at the same time, we have to evolve so we won't be second guessing that type of shit no more, okay? Because God is with us through all things. God has put this energy in you for a reason. It's meant for you to express it freely and proudly, okay? You must express it like a God, not in a way where you feel ashamed and you're like, oh, I'm sorry that I did that. My bad, did I hurt your feelings? No, I did that. If I hurt your feelings, go deal with that somewhere else. The same way I just said, I didn't mean to offend nobody. You communicate yourself, but then you move forward. You can't fucking heal the person. You can't heal people. You're not God. They have to go to God themselves. All you can do is communicate your truth and do your best to love. Do your best to just, be a human being about it. At the same time, you can't allow other people's mindset and emotions to trap you in a cage, okay? I'm getting this energy where you have wings that have been tied to your back and you want to fly, but, it's almost this energy where you have a chance to where you can actually untie yourself and be free, but you choose to stay in it because you want to see what will happen if you got a little more comfortable. You think maybe things will work out. Maybe the wings would just magically start back working. But you're not being practical with it. You know what I'm saying? You're still tied up. You're still trapped. And you have to make a move, y'all. Like, it's something here. You can't just sit there and think your way through it. Sometimes you actually have to make a move. Man, I really hope this reading resonated with whoever needed to hear this today, for real, because I said a lot. I dropped a lot of gems. And, man, everybody's not necessarily doing bad right now, okay? Some of you are actually choosing to explore yourself. You're at this stage where you're like, fuck it, I'm going to just do what I want to do. I'm going to be the bad guy. I'm going to just, whatever they want to say about me, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. I'm getting that. With bountiful nature, you're seeing things that you never thought you'd see before. Like, you're experiencing, things, people, places, like all type of things, new experiences. Okay. And I feel like you're actually creating your own reality with the Magician here. And I'm definitely getting like an exciting energy where you're excited to see what's going to come of this new experience, this new journey, okay? You're challenging yourself to face all of your fears right now is what I'm getting. Like, you've been afraid of certain things and you're just like, I can't be afraid of this no longer because, life is too short to be afraid. Like, something hits you one day where, you realize your power. You realize that it was you that was controlling this situation the whole time. You were choosing to allow certain people to manipulate you, okay? Whether that's emotionally or mentally or even just whatever. Like, some people even might have done fucking witchcraft on you, literally, okay? With the Magician right here. But I'm getting like one day you just woke up from it because you started to get more in tune with yourself and you started feeling the energies. And y'all, so it's 5:11 a.m. and the light is coming in. So that's confirmation that you are like awakening, or you have awakened to something. okay? I'm getting that there's still more awakening to do for some of you, obviously, because I'm kind of going off this energy where, you know how the sun isn't all the way out right now. Like, there's light outside, but the sun isn't up, if that makes sense. You're still trying to make your way to actually being happy. You know what I mean? You might be in the middle of figuring out this new journey first and observing your new self right now. But eventually you're going to start experiencing more joy and happiness and warmth, okay? Because you're going to realize, you know, oh, like, I don't feel tied down anymore. You know, it takes time. It takes a routine. It takes habit for you to get out of that energy. So once you practice doing that more, you're going to realize that magician energy is going to come easier to you because, you know, you've been in it so long that, you know, it's just how you operate now. You're going to start controlling things your way. You're not going to think about nobody else and what they might say anymore because you've been practicing doing things as soon as you want to do it instead of thinking so much about it, okay? Of course, y'all need to have that balance. Like I was saying earlier, you don't want to be recklessly doing things and basically self-sabotaging because you feel a certain way, you know what I mean? Make sure that you're doing things in the best way possible, okay? It's not about what you do, it's about how you do it. You can rob a motherfucking bank if you want to, but it's how you do it. It's about your mentality. Are you doing it in the name of God, okay? Don't rob a bank, okay? Like, y'all didn't hear that from me. That's not what the fuck I'm saying. But I am saying to follow what God is telling you to do. Don't be in your ego. But you can still be powerful in that energy though, okay? You know, with the moonlighting card right here, I'm getting an energy where y'all you still been enjoying yourself, but you're still waiting on the sun to shine, okay? You're still waiting on things to work out for you fully, okay? You're in the process. And so with that being said, I feel like what's happening right now, your abundance is making its way to you. That's what you're not seeing right now. That's why you might feel a little anxious. You don't know what's coming next. You've been positive. Okay, if you've been positive and you've been having this abundance mindset, this Ace of Pentacles is on the other side. It's making its way to you. It's just going to take a little bit more time for the sun to make its way to the top so you can see it and grab it. Because I almost feel like it's right in front of you already. And for some of you, it's this energy of it just arriving right at your doorstep or somebody placing this right in your hands. It's an opportunity that's going to come to you. Somebody's going to inform you. Somebody's going to communicate something to you. You don't have to do anything. You're already doing it. You're doing the work. When you follow your heart already, opportunities are going to come to you. Okay, you might like to dress nice, right? You dress nice all the time. That's what makes you feel happy and free. That's how you express this energy, this God energy, right? Of course, you might do other things. You might have skills in the kitchen, okay? You might be able to fix cars, okay? These are multiple talents. And there could be somebody who is recognizing that you are of God and that you're worthy of opportunities. You're worthy of much more than what you're experiencing right now. They could see the car you're pulling up in. They could see, hold up. They deserve more than that. They can see the car you're pulling up in. They can see what you're wearing, the clothes. They can see the car you're pulling up in. They can see the type of lunch you're eating at work and shit like that. They're like, hold up, this person deserves more than that. The type of person they are, they deserve royalty, okay? And that's the energy I'm getting. Like somebody or something is going to happen to you, or somebody's going to come to you and give you an opportunity that's going to change your life, okay? And it's because you're already changing your life from the inside out. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the outside. It's not about the physical. It's not about you running up to other people and forcing them to see what you have on the inside. You have to allow yourself to shine first. You have to be that to receive it. You know what I'm saying? You have to be it. You can't just think it. You can't just be feeling it and keeping it all to yourself. Being ashamed of who you are, holding it back. You have to let it out. You have to let it shine. You have to let people see it. Post it all over the fucking internet. Shout it to the fucking rooftops. You You know what I'm saying? Y'all know those little signs that be on the planes? Put your picture on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, expose yourself to the world a little more, you know, or a lot more for some of you. And I'm getting that you will be so pleased with yourself. I'm getting with the Ace of Cups that's right here with the overall energy. You are meant to be happy, and you are meant to, you know, feel like you're living in paradise, okay? You're meant to have more control over your life. And I feel like, you know, that time has come to where that awakening is happening, and you're going to really step into that whether you really try to or not, because it's just about that time. This is your purpose. This is your destiny. And, you know, it's time for all those people and all those energies that don't serve you to get their karma, you know, to go where they're meant to go. Go focus on themselves. Whatever they feel like you need to be doing, maybe they need to be doing it. Okay, that's what they're starting to realize now. It's like, hold up. You might have your grandparents trying to force you to go to school, okay? But your grandparents are actually young enough to go to school. They're realizing, hold up, I can actually get my education right now if I want to. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to force you to do something that they actually been wanting to do their whole life, but they let something hold them back. A lot of people that you're listening to, they have done the same thing that they're trying to get you to do. They allow other people to get into their minds, and they lived for them. They did not live for themselves. And so now they're fucked up about it. And so now that you're here, they feel like they can just put all that energy into you and make you do something that they wanted to do in the past. Or, you know, they might just want to control something. It might not even be, some people they don't even have good intentions. They just want to control shit. They might feel like you're undeserving. And for some reason, they feel like they're entitled, you know, to your life. They feel like they can make your decisions and control you and manipulate you. And, you know, I'm even getting this energy of like, you know how you have a parent, right? You know how sometimes parents, they want to control a child so bad that they might send them somewhere to where that environment is really controlling. Like, it's making them do the things that they don't want to do, right? Like a boot camp. Like, I know y'all seeing Beyond Scared Straight. It's just so, like, it's that type of energy where these type of people, they will do anything, bruh. Anything to just say they are right. They just want that power. They want to be able to say, I control you. I say when you can do this. I say when you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? They just want to be able to control you. And it's that simple. Some people are just fucking power hungry, and you have to watch your back for them type of people. A lot of y'all been around these people since you were a child. Okay, so it's hard to recognize the difference. You might actually get around somebody who actually want to help you, and you feel like they're trying to control you, but really you've been controlled already, and they're trying to free you. Okay, but y'all, that's all I have for y'all today. Happy full moon. I hope everybody heals properly and in the best way possible. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Let the source and divine be connected to you at all times, okay? Love and balance energy to everyone, okay? Please like the video and subscribe to the channel if this video hit home for you. Also hit the bell to stay notified for my future posts, and comment if it resonated. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.